If you've been following the news lately, you might have seen some bold new pictures of Melania Trump, the former First Lady and wife of Donald Trump. The 54-year-old has always been known for her elegance, poise, and more understated presence in the public eye. But recently, she's shocked many with a series of photos that are causing quite a stir. These pictures, which are stunning, confident, and very revealing, have left people talking, questioning what they mean for her image, and sparking debates on how women in the spotlight are perceived. Why have these photos created such a buzz, and what is Melania really trying to say with them? Stick around and watch until the end, because we'll break down the meaning behind these pictures and explore the impact they're having right now. Trust me, you'll want to hear what we've discovered. Melania Trump has long been a figure of intrigue in the public eye. As the former First Lady of the United States, she often kept a low profile compared to other political spouses. Throughout her time in the White House, she was admired for her beauty, but also for her more reserved and professional approach to the role. After leaving the White House, Melania has largely stayed out of the public spotlight, only occasionally appearing at events or posting on her social media. However, recently something changed. Melania shared a series of photographs that were far more daring than anything she's ever posted before. These images have people asking, what does this new side of Melania mean? Are these photos simply her way of embracing her independence and confidence, or is there something more behind them? To fully understand the impact of these pictures, we need to look at what they show. Melania is no stranger to stunning photos. For years, she has been the face of many high-end fashion campaigns and photo shoots. But these new pictures are different. They show a side of Melania that's more personal, bold, and even a little daring. Whether she's posing in a way that emphasizes her confidence or showcasing a more sensual side, the photos break away from the image we've come to expect from the former First Lady. These are not the polished, reserved photos of a political figure. Instead, they show Melania in a more relaxed, unfiltered light, embracing her beauty and confidence in ways we haven't seen before. These photos have gone viral because they're not just about her looks, they're about the message behind them. For many people, these pictures represent a new chapter in Melania's life, one where she's no longer defined by her role as First Lady or her past connections. She's showing the world that she's in control of her own image and no longer confined by the expectations that come with being a political spouse. In these photos, Melania seems to be telling the world that she is her own person. She's stepping out of the shadows and showing that she can be both powerful and beautiful without needing to fit into any specific mold. So, what's the deeper message behind these bold images? It's about reclaiming her identity and her image. As First Lady, Melania was often criticized for being too quiet or not being as involved in public affairs as some people would have liked. But these pictures show a different side to her, one where she's confident, independent, and embracing her sexuality. She's proving that women, especially women in the public eye, don't have to conform to society's standards of how they should look or behave. The Melania we're seeing in these photos is a woman who's stepping into her power, and it's something that many of her supporters find empowering. At 54, Melania is showing that age doesn't define beauty or confidence. In a world where women are often judged for how they look, especially as they get older, these photos send a message of body positivity and self-acceptance. She's proving that women can embrace their sexuality, their beauty, and their confidence at any stage of life. This is something that many of her fans have been praising her for, as it challenges the typical image of what women should look like as they get older. Melania's photos send a clear message: age is just a number, and women should feel free to express themselves however they choose, without fear of judgment. But not everyone is applauding Melania's decision to share these photos. As with anything that pushes boundaries, there are critics. Some people believe that as a public figure, especially one who has been in such a high-profile role, Melania should be more reserved in how she presents herself. Critics argue that, as a former First Lady, Melania should maintain a more dignified and traditional image. There's a belief that she has a responsibility to uphold certain standards and should be cautious about how much of her personal life she exposes. But this brings up an important question: should Melania be held to higher standards because of her past role as First Lady, or should she be allowed to define herself on her own terms? This is where the conversation gets interesting. There's a long history of public figures, especially women, being judged for how they present themselves. Melania has been in the spotlight for a long time, and throughout her time as First Lady, she faced a lot of scrutiny, whether it was about her fashion choices, her quiet demeanor, or her marriage. But now, with these photos, she seems to be pushing back against the idea that she has to meet anyone's expectations. She's showing that she doesn't need to conform to a certain image to be respected. She's stepping away from the shadows of her past role and taking control of her own narrative. The reaction to these photos has sparked a larger discussion about the way society views women, particularly women in the public eye. It's not just about Melania. This conversation is about the way women are expected to behave, dress, and present themselves to the world. For years, women in the spotlight have been told that they need to be modest, appropriate, and gracious, but Melania's pictures challenge that idea. She's proving that a woman can be both graceful and powerful, sensual and intelligent, without losing any of her dignity or respect. These photos are a symbol of freedom to express yourself, freedom to embrace your beauty, and freedom to be unapologetically confident in who you are. Another reason these photos have sparked so much attention is because of the power of social media. Melania has a massive following, and her decision to share these photos directly with her fans through platforms like Instagram and Twitter means that she's in control of the story being told about her. In the past, traditional media outlets had the power to shape the image of public figures like Melania, but now, with social media, she has the opportunity to share her story and express herself on her own terms. This is empowering for her, and it allows her to push back against the narratives that have often been placed upon her. But it's also important to consider the broader implications of these photos. Melania is, in many ways, reclaiming her image and stepping into a new phase of her life. After years of being defined by her relationship with Donald Trump, her time as First Lady, and the public's perception of her, these images are a way for Melania to show that she is more than just a political figure. She's an individual with her own voice, her own confidence, and her own sense of style. And these photos give her the opportunity to redefine herself, free from the constraints of her previous role. So, what do you think about Melania Trump's photos? Are they empowering or do they go too far? Do you feel like she's embracing her independence, or do you think she's making a statement for the sake of attention? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on this story and others like it. We'll continue to cover the latest developments, and you won't want to miss what's coming next.